And see, whenever you drag the youth screaming and crying, saying, come here, you have to do this ritual, this is the day, festival day, you have to do this, go to the temple, take a coconut, crack it. Leave us, it doesn't appeal to us. Why are you forcing this down our throat? The liturgy, the rituals. You see, so it is a natural kind. When you ask your parents, your grandparents, or whoever, I mean, I'm talking generally, not attacking any individual family, they will say, you know what's the standard answer? We've been doing it. Our forefathers have been doing it. You do it, otherwise I'll thump you. Come on, we all did it. Don't be so offensive. Don't be rude to us. It's our tradition. They will say that because they don't know. It is best to admit ignorance than to impose it, saying, no, it is crucial. Say, I don't know. Find somebody who knows the answer. And then perhaps you can do it or you may not do it. Okay, let me just touch on it very briefly because I want to take on lots of questions. You see, in every religion, there are three aspects. There is the narrative, the story part. Very important. Look, if I did do the story of Vivekananda, if I'm giving high philosophy, you'll go, what is he on about? But I show a person, I show his photograph. See, he's Vivekananda. This is what he... Yeah, makes sense. You need a narrative, a story format to present subtle ideas. So every religion will have some narrative. When I say narrative, it may be stories of the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Purans, or stories of modern proponents of religion. We need narrative to get our mind around subtle ideas. Look, aren't stories much easier to understand and grasp than just bland philosophy? So that's the reason. Every religion has it. It's got a purpose behind it. It's very important. It allows to present very deep ideas in a digestible manner. Don't underestimate the power of storytelling. That's why when we are little, we hear the stories of Ganesh and Ram and Krishna, and we love it. Yeah, we love Hinduism. You get drawn. That's one reason. One aspect or one dimension to religion, all religions. There's a second one. And the second dimension is rituals or liturgy. Now this aspect is also important, even though every youth saying, oh, I'm getting a headache, I don't want to come. The reason why it's important is this. You see, if you know the why of it, then depending on, when the circumstances change, you can adjust it because you know the why. And as long as the why is looked after, you don't mind making alterations. But if you don't know the why, you are stuck in a rut. You have to just repeat what you've been doing without knowing why, and you're stuck with it. So it's best to look at the why. Why do we do it? The Hindus give 4 answers, not 1, 4. Why we do any ritual, any liturgy. The first reason they say is it acts as a reminder. You see, our lives are so fast. Look, if your mommy and your daddy were not doing tinkling bells and lighting a lamp on incense stick and going run very fast in the morning, if they were not doing it, you will lose all link with religion. Because you saw them doing it, you say, I don't know what they are up to. And therefore, you see, it gives you a link to your religion. It gives you, it's a reminder. It acts as a reminder because life is so fast. Unless you put some liturgy, some kind of ritual, the higher ideas get lost with this very mundane, worldly life that we lead. We are so caught up. Remember, look, every one of you is in a rush every morning. Haven't you noticed? And when you come, we are knocked out and must watch this program. And it's so hectic. So this ritual, in a way, springs up and says, hold on, there's something higher, not just eating, drinking, and burping. There's more to you. And it points a direction, higher direction. So it's a reminder, one reason. The second reason is, you see, in a way, it acts as a discipline. Unless you put in certain saying, okay, I have to get up at 6 o'clock every morning and do this worship or do this meditation, it presents a discipline. Says, discipline yourself. Rather than just live in a kind of haphazard manner like an animal, put some discipline in your life. So it's a second reason, it's discipline. The third reason is, it is a symbolic gesture. You see, we are struggling with this abstraction about God. Who is God? Where is He? Who has seen it? Okay, Narasimha Mehta, good for him, but not good for me. So we struggle, it's abstraction. So it's a symbolic gesture. You see, we all use symbols. Don't underestimate the power of symbols. All of you study physics and maths, and you know that without your X, Y, Z and all this, it's symbol. If you say, what is X? Don't ask, it's just use it. It's symbolism. So use symbols to get your mind around subtle things and manipulate ideas using symbolism. That's what we are doing. We are trying to use symbolism to relate to higher ideals, not just material ideals, but higher ideals, symbolic. There's a fourth reason. It may have direct benefit. How can it have direct benefit? Look, if, for example, Bakulbhai sits in the morning and is meditating for half an hour, for that half an hour, he has put in tremendous discipline, hard work to become one-pointed. It will give results. It will produce beneficial results. Every activity you do will produce certain consequences. So this is the fourth reason. It will have direct benefit. Suppose you repeat a mantra, suppose you repeat a particular verse. A mantra is normally name of God. You repeat that. By just repeating that again and again and again until it becomes your second nature, you will soon find that it is producing a really real physical change in your own being. Your whole system is affected. It has become part and is vibrating within your system. It seems to empower you. It gives you tremendous power. So it has direct benefits, immediate benefits. Literally, it follows through. So these are the four reasons why we do liturgy. So when you understand things like that, then suppose circumstances change, you can adjust your liturgy, because as long as you know the meaning behind it, the reason behind it, you can adjust. Some people say, oh Dilip, we have to use this betel leaf. And I said, suppose you can't get betel leaf. Use a maple leaf. I said, you say, oh no, we can't, it's written in the book. I said, no, where is it written? This ability to shift, changing circumstances, ability to adjust yourself. You must have a self-adjusting mechanism in religion if religions have to be relevant in our times. If they are stuck in a rut, you are finished. And your youngsters will reject your religion. But if you give them answers, if you give them reasons, say why we do this, why we this, then they will, they'll steal their heart. I'm going to repeat one joke because I think they need it. I'm very naughty, very naughty. With children, I'm really worse than children. And I used to teach a lot of little children, 4, 5, 6-year-old about Hinduism. And I said, look, boys, girls, listen. This God and religion is a hassle, but let me explain to you in simple English what's going on. You see, God, I said, is like a coconut. Big, juicy inside, flesh and drink, nice, sweet, well covered, well protected. Big one is a coconut. That's why we give respect to coconut, I said. I said, these saintly figures, Vivekananda and Tulsi and all this lovely personality, Tukaram, I said, they are also nuts. They are like cashew nut and walnut, tasty nuts, but not as big as coconut. They say, that's making sense, Dilip uncle. Our final question to you is, who are we? I said, we? Easy, we are peanuts. But the thing that links all of us, God, saints and us, is the word nut. Nut. They said, this makes a lot of sense to us now.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism. Sponsored by People Care. Encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.